Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays This Grand Life. So imagine you take the game of The Sims. You strip away the whole 3D aspect, you strip away the whole home building aspect, but you take a much more realistic, if a little abstracted approach to the whole game economy and whole independent living thing, and turn the difficulty up a couple of dozen notches. You would have This Grand Life. So yeah, this sort of landed on my plate here, and I picked it up and dabbled a little bit into it, and found myself really engrossed into it. It is a simple game. Well, no, let's take that up there. It's a simple looking game. There are a lot of paths to take, a lot of options, and you know what? If you were to sit a high schooler down who is, needed to learn a little bit about the balance of life and, the real world, this wouldn't be a bad game to have them play. So let's dive in, shall we? I've already gone through all the tutorials here, so let's make a custom game. Now, at the moment, this is in early access, so there's only a couple of locations for you to play in. So I'm going to go with the fully fleshed out one, Sydney, Australia here. And the I was born here, this is kind of the game's difficulty level. The privilege points determine how many perks or negative traits you need to take in order to start the game out with either an advantage or not. So if you're having trouble with this game, you can start on a golden pedestal and have a butt ton of positive traits here going for you. But me, you know what? Let's go with in a public hospital. Right dab in the middle. You get a couple of privilege points, but you don't start out in the negatives like with the other two difficulty levels. Napoleon! Napoleon. That's a beautiful starting name. And yeah, I don't know why there are cats and dogs, but let's go with the commando squirrel. Napoleon the commando squirrel person. I really don't know why they're that, but whatever. All right, so here's where we spend our privilege points, and also we have the ability to take negative traits to give ourselves even more privilege points. So what should we do with Napoleon here? Well, you know what? Let's see. Let's give him some weak immunity here. Higher chance of medical bills when your health is low, so you have to keep an eye on your health a little bit more aggressively here. Let's see here. Credit worthy? Sure, why not? Have the banks be more willing to lend to them. And then... how about well educated? Now, the other option you can do is instead of starting with some positive traits, you can actually start the game with some educational degrees. And certain careers require this. You need to have a certain degree in order to even apply for a specific job. That being said, some of the higher tier ones, the college level degrees, cost 12 privilege points. So we would either need to start on an easier difficulty level or take a metric F ton of negatives to balance that out. Now that's not to say that you can't get a degree. Part of the game is the ability to actually go to a college and study up and obtain a degree. However, there's all of the financial and logistical problems behind that. The saving up for college itself, taking the time off of work to actually study for that, to complete your degree, and then trying to desperately repay any kind of loans after you're done. So you know what? Let's start out there. Let's actually go well educated. This makes it easier to become educated. So this is just sort of lets us study a little bit faster. All right, Napoleon the squirrel person thing. Life goals, better life. Actually, hoarder. Yeah, no, we're not trying to get 90,000 in stuff. As funny as that would be, let's just do Better Life, just to balance everything out. All right, away we go. Okay, so here is Sydney, and I do believe this looks like it's a satellite image of Sydney here. Interesting take on the game board, but it gives you an idea of what the layout of the city is like. And obviously we have little icons for places of merit here. We currently have $1,000 to our name. We are homeless and we are unemployed. Great start to our life here. But you know what? I think we'll be okay. Now let's dive in, see if we can't find some place to work. And actually, we probably need. Let's see. All right. Well, they got nothing available. Yeah, certain jobs are considered, how do I say, there's more competition for them. Now, each week, the game basically determines what jobs have openings, but the higher the competition level for a job, the less likely a given position is to be open. So the two jobs that could be offered here at You Need Clothes are closed due to competition. That being said, since we're here, why don't we get some dress clothes in case we find a job where we kind of need to look a little bit nicer. Alright, we got some dress clothes. Now, let's see here. Oh! Birdie's cheap appliances. Well, this probably looks like a Best Buy, I'd say. Let's take a look what you got here. Jobs? Salesperson. There we go. And requires dress clothes. We got dress clothes. We have to put them on, though. Swoop. Let's see. Sales supervisor requires sales experience, requires work experience, requires business suit. Yeah. You need to, you already need to have work and sales experience in order to qualify for the sales supervisor. So we can just go with the salesperson job here. It does provide sales experience and work experience, so we could go the route of salesperson, sales supervisors there. Not a bad thing. All right, so let's submit our application, and we've got the job. Sweet. Yeah, you basically always get the job if you meet the requirements, but that's only if the job is appearing as available that week. So now we have, now you can go shopping here since this is essentially an electronics and appliance store. But we can also hit this button here to work as a salesperson. Now, the way this game treats time is every week you get, well, basically a total number of hours in the week. We've already spent a portion of them traveling around and going clothes shopping. So here we can hit this and it will cost us 20 hours, but we'll get paid for those hours here. Now you can also see that it drains both our hunger and our fun because, well, you know, working's tiring and working's not always the most entertaining of venues here, but we got ourselves some extra cash. And our work performance is going up. Essentially, now we took this job as a full-time job. We could have also taken it a part-time job, but you get paid less. The difference is that in order to maintain, just keep your work performance where it is, a full-time job needs to be worked twice in a week. So right now we have worked it enough to maintain a B. Now it's going to slide back to the triple C again, but we're not going to be in danger of being fired as long as we work a minimum of 40 hours per week. That being said, if you want to goose your work performance even higher, you put in some overtime. And since we're at the beginning of the game, we could use some money here. Let's put in some overtime. Now, yeah, I think we got to go and buy ourselves a little something. You know, we could use a television. Let's pick up a television while we're here, and then let's go to the nearby housing complex. You can afford this place on a minimum wage. Let's find a home to rent. Now we've got two different options here. We got the small house and that one-bedroom apartment. That is expensive for a one-bedroom apartment. Sheesh, both of these are expensive. But at least the possessions are safe. So essentially the main difference between different levels and quality levels of housing here is that whole possessions safe up to amount. Basically, it allows you to have a limited number of things that you keep in your house that help make life a little bit easier. But if you go over that amount, you put yourself at risk of robbery. So you can now, if you want more stuff and you want more luxurious stuff, you can always upgrade to a fancier place or just move to a fancier place with a higher possession safe up to limit. But now you're also paying more in rent to have that nicer place. But being that we are just getting started here, I'd say let's go 1-bedroom apartment. We can always upgrade later. So we made our first month's payment. We're down to $402, but we've got our thing and we got our TV in here. You can see security extremely high. This basically tells you if you've gone over your limit and how badly you have and how close you are to being robbed. Now we are starving here, but we can order a pizza. Now ordering a pizza is expensive. Now this might seem like insanely expensive, but again, it's kind of approximated. You're not going to eat, $85 worth of pizza in one sitting. This would probably be the approximation of us ordering pizza several nights a week in order to fill up. So, whoop, and our hunger bar is up there. And now we've got our TV here. We can watch it for a little fun. It's better than the other default option, staring at the wall. And yeah, let's watch a little more TV. And the week has ended. A coupon is 30% off all electronics this week. Ooh. We're going to want to work really hard to make enough money to buy another thing from the electronics store. It's too bad you don't get an employee discount, but I'll use the coupon. It's only good for 1 week. So let's see. Let's eat one more time just to max out our hunger here. Actually, we'll watch a little bit more just to top ourselves off, and then we'll go over here to work. Now, one of the things you can do is, we're currently making $15.63 an hour. That's not automatically going to go up, even if your work performance goes up. What you have to do is you have to check and apply to see if you can negotiate higher rates. $15.82. It's higher, but it takes time to negotiate that. So I'm just going to leave as is so I have the maximum amount of time to work here. Now we can buy something. I think the refrigerator would be the correct purchase here. I'd like to buy a lot more. And I kind of wish I had bought that with it. But you know what? I'll take the refrigerator. Because the refrigerator lets us get to, gives us a better option. I'm going to don my casual clothes. My dress clothes don't get as much wear and tear here. Gives us a better option. Now that we have a refrigerator, we can go to the mall here and buy groceries. They expire in 4 weeks when you have a fridge, or 3 days when you don't have one. So basically, don't buy groceries if you don't have a fridge. But the nice thing is we've paid about $250 for a month's worth of groceries. But now when we come back here, we can eat whenever we want for essentially free. We're just eating at those groceries. They never actually run out. Now, it still takes time to eat, but we can still feed ourselves for a lot easier. Yeah, I know. Coupon went away. That's fine. Let's get our fun back up and eat again. And we'll take a shower. We've burned through half the week already. We haven't even been to work yet. And our health is starting to deteriorate. Now, there is a way to get that up, but we don't want to get it too low. But we do want to make sure we work, because we don't want to lose our work performance here. Let's see here. 1586. Nah. Buy one, get one free at the fast food. It's not bad, but we already have groceries, so we don't actually need to utilize that. And our health is low as it is. So what we're going to do here, let's get our needs up a little bit. Eat at home. Let's watch TV a little bit. That's good enough. And now we're going to go over here to the park. And we can go for a run. This gives us health at the cost of hygiene. And time, of course. But this gets our health up, so we are less likely to get sick. If you get sick, you don't lose time, but you incur medical expenses. And that can take a big bite out of your budget. Now, these others harass a passerby, who just go randomly trolling people at the park. No, thank you. And then the snacks, again, we got food at home. We don't need to eat on the go here. So we'll make our way back here. Let's shower at home, eat at home. And then we can switch ourselves back to our dress clothes and put in a little time here. Yeah, and as you go on here, your rent will keep coming out. So, and, even at the lowest levels of living spaces here, you're still going to be paying on occasion. So you got to keep an eye out for your expenses here. You know what? Manage subscriptions. There's something here we can do to boost the effectiveness of our television here, and that's to subscribe to TV++. Now, it does cost us $128.95 every 4 weeks, but what it does is it increases the effectiveness of our TV watching by 20%. 20 or 25%. So if we're willing to pony up a little extra cash per month, it makes it a lot easier and quicker to get our fun motive up. That kicks in next time. So let's eat at home. Yeah, we don't need that fast food coupon. We'll just watch some normal TV. Now I guess they're setting up the satellite dish. And then let's go and do some more working. Actually, let's see if we can get a raise. 1573. Not enough to be worth the time. There we go. Now, one other thing that we can consider doing here is buying an oven. This will increase the effectiveness of eating at home by 20%. It's still free, but it's more time efficient because it gives us more hunger satisfaction per click of the button. So, you know what? Yeah, let's buy an oven. And now when we eat at home, the bar fills up significantly more. Nothing happened. Oh, oops. I didn't leave enough in there. Whoopsies! That's okay. We can always resubscribe to it later. Yeah, let's watch some more TV up here. Let's eat. Our superior eating here. Grab a quick shower. And now we can go. Alright, let's again. 69. Yeah, it fluctuates with they have all these like under the hood economic indices working around the clock here, what the interest rates are, what the level of inflation is, the economic growth. So the price of everything goes up and down based on this. And if you're clued into it, you can keep yourself there. And if you aren't wise with your money, inflation can eat you alive if you don't do much saving. Kind of like what we're not doing right now. But hey, we're just getting started. And our groceries have expired. Wonderful. I don't know if we can make it all the way across town before the weekends and we get teleported back. So, you know what? Let's just finish off the week here. We'll get teleported to our house here. Let's pop ourselves back into casual clothes so we don't wear out our nice ones. And here, we'll do a little park and shop here. The game does make you burn up hours based on how far things are. So it is in your best interest to plan out efficient routes around the town to do stuff. So let's go up here. Let's go for a run. Let's go for another run. Now we are hungry, but we don't have groceries at home. So you know what? Let's go for the burger place. We'll eat a burger meal here. That's a little bit cheaper. And we can do it twice. Just get the double or quadruple gargantua burger here. Alright, now fun. If we go to the bar here. Now there's an interesting option here. Now, there's order beer, and you'd think, okay, if you want to have a little fun, you order a beer. No, if you have the alcoholic trait, that's what that's for. And that's not even, it doesn't even give you fun. No, if you want to have fun at the bar, you start a bar fight. That's a little odd to me, but hey, it's free and it's really fun. So, let's start a bar fight. You can also eat a burger meal here, but we've already eaten. And now we've circled around after fresh off of our bar fight over here, and we can go to the shopping mall. Clever. All right, we've got a fresh set of groceries, and now we can take them home, put them in our fridge, and take a shower after all that malarkey. And then, yeah, we can watch some TV and eat. And now we can get back to our dress clothes and put in a few hours down here. All right, got our apartment costs here a little bit more. Now, let me just double check. All right, so our possessions limit, we have a lot of possessions here, but we're not over the limit for our one bedroom. There's other things you can buy for your house, like an exercise machine, so you don't have to go to a park to exercise, but I think that would put us over the limit for our possessions, and then we'd be liable for having something stolen, and we don't want that. All right, yeah, let's watch some TV. Let's nom a little bit and put in some hours down here. Actually, let's see if we can get a raise. 1603. That would... Oh, 1603. You know what? Dang it. We'll put it in for 1603. There we go. And now we make 1603 an hour. We could do one more round into here. Oh, that's the other thing. Your happiness bar naturally sits at 50%. If you let one of these go all the way to 0 and stay there for too long, then that's going to start eating into your happiness, but it'll slowly recover up to 50%. If you do a special event in the city, which they haven't started cropping up yet, but they will, then you can start getting yourself, higher levels of happiness. And that's one of your lifetime goals, is to earn lifetime happiness points by keeping your happiness above 50%. But for now, we need the money, so more working. Your aunt came to visit and spent some time. Minus 20 hours. Oh, nuts. Dang you, aunt. I know you wanted to visit, but I'm busy. Gosh darn it. All right, let's eat at home. Watch some TV. I really got to re-up that TV subscription, given how much TV we're going to be watching here for funsies. We'll shower at home. Yeah, we'd have a whole other shift available to us if it wasn't for that darn aunt. Well, I'm sure my boss won't mind too much. All right, let's see here. Oh, I keep meaning to re-up the subscription. All right, enough of that. We are at lower health. Let's flip into casual clothes. Run. One more run. Might as well max it out while we're here. Take a shower. Do a little more eating. Back to our dress clothes and back into here. See, I mean, you see what I mean? How it's like, it kind of flows into a routine. But it's a therapeutic routine. Because you're slowly making progress. We're slowly getting more and more experience points here, and we can start looking at other different types of jobs, things that might pay a bit more than being a salesperson here, but we couldn't have access to if we didn't put the time in here as a salesperson. And the game goes pretty deep in terms of, you can start your own business, you can get educated and get to some really, really high-paying jobs. You can, there are, this Point Piper here is like the high-tier mansions. You got your middle class here. So there's all kinds of different routes you can go. You can go, with a highly focused university route, lots of education. I'd go into education, but we don't really have the money for it right now. I mean, we could go into debt, to get into education. But I don't even know if the bank would lend us that much money, even with our good credit. So let's see. Watch some TV, eat at home. Yeah, we'll take a shower. And do a little more working. Well, you know what? We'll check it out. Oh, and the groceries are gone. Well, let's work. Let's do our little grocery loop again, shall we? So let's don our casual clothes. We can skip the park. Just go right to the burger place. Actually, yeah, that will take care of that. Let's, well, here, let's have a bar fight. Get that fun up while we're in the neighborhood. Get our groceries. And you know what? Let's take a look at some other things here. Now the bank, well, you can do a couple things. You can get savings accounts. You can get, loans. How much would they loan me? Maximum loan size, $25.15. Yeah, no. We're not going to be able to, even with a good credit rating, we're not going to be able to do that. Apply for a mortgage. You could get a mortgage on a one-bedroom apartment. But even with this, maximum loan size is $132,000, and buying the apartment outright would be $165,000. So that might be something we could do a little bit later, but for now, not so much. You can also apply for jobs here at the bank. Credit analyst, bachelor of finance, banking experience, working experience, and then you got the lower tier ones. But if you look at here, you can see all the possible jobs here at the bank. And now let's take a look at here. This loan officer one here. It pays significantly more than our other thing. It requires a business suit and 4,000 experience points in sales experience. Now, we're not there yet, but we're getting there. So we could presumably put a lot of time in as a salesperson and then make our way up to the middle class and knock on the doors of the bank. And if we can catch it at the right time when the job is open, we could barge our way into as a loan officer. And then that, since it provides banking flavored experience, that opens the door to other bank career paths here. So, like I said, that's not the only career path that you can take in here. You can once you get a little bit more wealthy, you can get into the whole real estate investment gambit here. Couple of plenty of other places to sort of give you some diversions. Oh yeah, they introduced just recently a stock market, so you can play the ponies on the stock market. Enter in enter in your investments here. You know what? Let's invest a little bit. Let's get 200 shares of Quantum Entertainment. There we go. 200 shares. So we've got a little bit of money left over. That's a little bit too pricey. Yeah, that's a bit much. There we go. All right, so now we've officially started investing. You can also put it into a savings account, but the interest rate's not that great right now. So, you know what? Better to put it in the stock market, I say. Now, we could get screwed and the company could go bankrupt, but that's a risk you take. Health is down there a little bit. We can go to the Olympic Park and do a little running for free here. And then head on home. We can get our om-noms on. We can get our shower on. And pop into our dress clothes and put in some more hours here at Best Buy, essentially. All right, folks. So that is just a sneak peek at this wonderful life. So if you like this episode and you want to see more like it, if you want me to see do a whole game playthrough here, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.